installation and programming of the CCP using this Lightbar that it was custom fit for this unit. So it's a 9X T4BBRR. So as you guys may well know, I use pin 6 as far as the input. Is that right? Let's see. I just used my J6 because it was the same color as my control switch that I had using for this one. But you can use any of these colors from J-2 up to J2-18, if I remember right. So I just use J6 with the pressed on and off. Then we go to the light bar, then select the pattern like I did on mine. This one goes on a boat, so it doesn't need to be doing anything crazy. Just something like that, it'll do the trick. But you know, the pattern can be changed to whatever customer wants. So as you guys are aware of this one is pretty simple. That J1 connector is the one that will go to the battery power, pretty much. Red power with the fuse, and black to the ground. Green, black and white and gray, that one goes to the light bar. Those are the communication wires. And red and white is for diagnostics, so pretty much doesn't get used for the most part. And this one here will be your command on. That's where you can program it to turn it on and do all the different stuff. So you can do a lot of different inputs, and this pretty much, other than the pin number 1, which will be your ignition, that's what it turns the CCP, the control point unit, on. All of those are gonna be a power supply input, and pretty much all, well, I guess you can change them on the programming if you want them to be command on by positive or negative feed. That's all can be done on the programming, but they are set up for power or positive input. Just put an input to any of those signals, you program it, and it'll do whatever you program the switches to do. Along with the CCP, I was using this amplifier speaker PA system on. Which yet again, you know, is almost pretty much pretty self-explanatory. You can use 1 or 2 speakers. I only needed to use 1, so there is few wires on there that I didn't have to use. Power up to switches. Now here's an important part to pay attention. This part right here, because these speakers are not programmed to come on pretty much, so you gotta turn the volume all the way down and turn it up in order to make it work. Those are the modes that you can set up depending on what switches you're using. And this is my switch that I use. That's the part number for it. And this one, even though it went on a boat, this is a motorcycle switch, but it will do the same thing. So that yellow wire it's what will go to my CCP input number 6, because it's the same color wire. I didn't have to change anything, and it worked just fine. And here is the Wecanx H9X Lightbar that I end up using.
All kinds of mail came in, huh?
Here are some of the other add-ons that I end up using for this unit. I think I'm gonna make a separate video for this one. Just because the way in order to make this work, it's a little bit I should say it can be a little bit confusing. This is the bracket for these lights. Here goes the other part that I end up using for it. I end up using these dual ion lights. I end up using a red and white. So that was pretty much it. My only problem is, since my Lightbar wasn't a standard Lightbar, I couldn't find it up here under my hardware Lightbar. If you come over and select the Lightbar, I couldn't find the right one. So it has to be one of those where it has to be created and all of that in order to make it work. Gotta get the serial number out of underneath of the Lightbar in order to give it to Whelen, and they were able to help me out with that. So